going to be painting and making our seahorse this time. So each of you will have received one of these without color. Mrs. Rubner started the watercolors because it takes so long to color. I didn't want you to watch me painting all this time. You will need your cupcake tins. I gave you each the silver ones just because they're pretty neat. And I also gave you each white ones in case you want to create your own design color. You could paint these with the watercolors when you're painting your seahorse, or marker, or whatever you want, which is super fun. And then you all got varying colors of the rest, whichever I had we just kind of counted them all out. But you do have a lot. You will need glue, and you will need scissors, your watercolors, paper towel, water, and in one of your baggies is buttons and googly eyes. So again, if you want to put an eye on him, you have more than enough. I gave you different sizes, or you don't have to put any at all. So the first thing you need to do is to paint him. Just like my unicorn, because I did the first one with the different colors, I decided the second one I was just going to show you guys, and for ease, I'm just going to do a solid color, and I thought red was such a pretty color. And because we are not cutting this out because of the way our cupcakes are, you got to try to stay in the line so that it doesn't get real messy. But it's really easy if you make sure that you've got the water in there. It's when you try to do watercolors and you try to go for the darker color, which means less water. On his backside, you have a little more play of not going out of the lines because you're gonna cover the cupcakes. The cupcake holders will be his back. So we're just gonna fill this all in. I love painting with watercolors because it's just easier. You don't have to be so detailed. It kind of flows, and you have so much control over how dark or how light you want it, just by adding water, which is fantastic. So once he's all colored, I'm going to go a little darker up here because he looks a little weird there. And you can do whatever color patterns you want, of course. So then just put it aside and let it dry, and get out, decide what colors you're gonna want. So the first thing you need to do with all of these, and you can, I would lay them out, decide on your pattern before you actually start gluing, but you wanna spread them all out like a circle, flat on the table, and I actually folded them in half and then cut them in half. So if you want to do even more, you could open it up and cut it again. Before I glued on, I actually glued them together. So if you just choose to do the half like I did, just put a little dot in there to hold it. Otherwise, once you get it on your seahorse, it's gonna open up. But again, if you wanted to do all of one color, you could just cut it in half and you got all that. So once you've done that, here, I'll do one more. Again, open up, lay flat, fold in half, and cut. This glue is just not cooperating today. This one. And you can lay them out if you're trying to make a pattern to see what you like best. Get your seahorse back in front of you. Lay them on there. Oh, I think I kind of like just the big silver one on top. It looks like a crown. So this is like the king of the seahorses. And you don't need a lot of glue. It's just paper on a paper. Even the tinfoil one. I'm just going to put that right on top. And what's great about glue too is you can kind of move it around a little. And then I'm going to just start on his back. I just do a little dab so I don't have to keep gluing. I'm going to alternate it. And then push it down. And then as you can see, I went all the way down his tail. You can cut them smaller if you want shorter ones. He does have this in the drawing already, but you can't see it in mine. Again, it's your choice. If you choose to put your googly eye in, you just put the dot in, and then like everything else with glue, you just want to put it aside and let it dry.